Imagine a $1 million movie car vanishing without a trace. Picture a legendary vehicle cursed by its tragic past. Behind Hollywood's glittering facade lies a shadowy world of missing automotive icons that have sparked decades of speculation. Today, we're unlocking the garage doors of mystery to reveal 10 infamous cars that simply disappeared. From cursed Porsches to phantom Ferraris, these aren't just missing vehicles. They're fragments of Hollywood history trapped in a high-octane twilight zone. Buckle up, because these stories will challenge everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's most legendary cars. The mysterious disappearance of Eleanor. Remember that gorgeous 1967 Shelby GT 500 from Gone in 60 Seconds? Well, get this. One of the 11 cars used in filming actually disappeared right after production wrapped. This custom-built beauty, valued at over $1 million today, vanished without a trace in 2000. The car, featuring its iconic pepper gray paint job and distinctive side exhaust pipes, became an instant classic among collectors. Despite multiple investigations and a substantial reward offering, its whereabouts remain unknown. Some speculate it's hidden in a private collection in Dubai, while others believe it met a more unfortunate fate. What makes this disappearance even more intriguing is that all documentation related to this particular Eleanor also mysteriously vanished. The curse of James Dean's little bastard. The story of James Dean's Porsche 550 Spider isn't just about a tragic accident. It's about what happened after. Nicknamed Little Bastard, this silver speedster met its fate on September 30th, 1955, claiming Dean's life. But here's where things get spooky. Parts of the wreckage were sold off to other racers, and every car that received these parts reportedly experienced terrible accidents. The car's main shell disappeared while being transported to a safety exhibition in 1960, and despite extensive searches, hasn't been seen since. The Porsche's transporter mysteriously broke down, the garage housing it caught fire, and even the tires allegedly caused simultaneous blowouts when installed on another vehicle. Coincidence? Maybe. But the legend of the cursed Spider continues to haunt automotive history. The resurrected Bullitt Mustang. The legendary 1968 Ford Mustang GT from Bullitt represents one of Hollywood's greatest automotive mysteries turned miracle. This Highland green machine, driven by Steve McQueen and arguably the greatest car chase ever filmed, vanished after production wrapped. McQueen himself tried tracking it down in the 70s, sending letters to the registered owner, but received no response. For decades, enthusiasts wondered if this piece of movie history had been scrapped. Then, in 2018, the impossible happened. The car emerged from a family garage in New Jersey, where it had been quietly sitting since 1974. Remarkably preserved in its unrestored movie-worn condition, this automotive holy grail later sold for an astounding $3.74 million, making it the most expensive Mustang in history. The lost Batmobile. Here's a story that'll blow your mind. One of the original Batmobiles from the 1966 TV series starring Adam West completely vanished. This wasn't just any replica. It was one of 3 screen-used cars built by legendary customizer George Barris. The car disappeared in the late 1960s after being used for promotional events across the country. Custom-built on a 1956 Oldsmobile chassis and featuring the iconic jet engine exhaust and bubble canopy, this Batmobile was valued at over $500,000 even back then. Despite numerous reported sightings and countless investigations by Batman memorabilia collectors, the car's whereabouts remain unknown. Some believe it was secretly dismantled for parts, while others insist it's hidden away in a private collection somewhere in South America. If you're as fascinated by these automotive mysteries as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. The missing Dukes of Hazzard Charger. You might think keeping track of a bright orange 1969 Dodge Charger with '01 painted on the sides would be easy, right? Well, think again. During the filming of The Dukes of Hazzard, the production team went through an astounding 309 General Lee cars, but here's the kicker. One of the most important ones disappeared. This particular Charger was used in the very first jump sequence that appeared in the show's opening credits. After filming wrapped, it vanished without a trace. What makes this even more fascinating is that this car had unique features, including a special reinforced frame and custom suspension setup for the iconic jump. Despite offering a substantial reward, the whereabouts of this piece of television history remain a mystery. The vanishing Vegas Superbird. In 1970, a mysterious Plymouth Superbird appeared in Las Vegas, supposedly owned by a high-rolling casino executive. This wasn't just any Superbird. It was one of only two ever painted in chromium silver with custom leather interior. The car made regular appearances at high-profile events until 1974, when it suddenly disappeared from the Vegas Strip. The fascinating part? All registration records vanished too, as if the car never existed. Urban legends suggest it was lost in a high-stakes poker game, while others claim it was secretly exported to avoid seizure by federal authorities. The car's distinctive nose cone and massive rear wing would make it hard to hide, yet no confirmed sightings have been reported in over 45 years. The ghost of cinema's DB5. Everyone knows the iconic silver Aston Martin DB5 from James Bond films. But here's a twist. One of the actual cars used in Goldfinger vanished into thin air. This wasn't just any DB5. It was the heavily modified effects car featuring all the famous gadgets, including the ejector seat and smokescreen. After being used in both Goldfinger and Thunderball, the car was stored in a Florida aircraft hangar. In 1997, it mysteriously disappeared without any signs of forced entry. Despite its estimated value of over $25 million and numerous international investigations, the car has never been found. Some speculate it's hidden in a private Middle Eastern collection, while others believe it met a more sinister fate in a professional theft operation. The Phantom Ferrari from Ferris Bueller. Remember that gorgeous Ferrari 250 GT California from Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Well, here's something that'll shock you. One of the three cars used in filming completely disappeared after production wrapped. While two were replicas, this particular car was allegedly a real Ferrari, used only for close-up shots. Valued at over $10 million today, the car vanished sometime in late 1986. The studio's documentation shows it was returned to a private collector, but all traces end there. The car's distinctive features included a custom-matched paint job and specific wear patterns on the leather seats. Despite numerous investigations by Ferrari historians and movie memorabilia collectors, no one has managed to track down this piece of cinematic history. The Lost Christine Plymouth Stephen King fans, you won't believe this one. One of the 23 1958 Plymouth Furies used in the movie Christine mysteriously vanished after filming. This particular car was unique because it was the only one that remained completely intact after production. The others were either destroyed during filming or severely damaged. What makes this disappearance especially intriguing is that this Plymouth was fully restored to running condition and featured all the custom modifications used for the film's supernatural scenes. Last seen at a wrap party in 1983, the car seemingly drove off into the night, never to be seen again. Some crew members jokingly suggest the car really was possessed, taking off on its own just like in the movie. The mysterious Back to the Future time machine. Here's our final mind-blowing story. While most people know about the restored DeLorean from Back to the Future, there's one that got away. Of the 7 DeLoreans used during the trilogy's filming, one disappeared shortly after Part 3 wrapped. This particular car was unique because it featured both the 1955 and 1985 time circuit modifications. Documentation shows it was scheduled for promotional tours, but never arrived at its first destination. The car's distinctive features included a specially modified flux capacitor housing and custom-fitted hover conversion props. Despite numerous searches by devoted fans and even a documentary crew, this time-traveling DeLorean seems to have truly vanished into another dimension. And there you have it, folks. 10 of Hollywood's most infamous abandoned cars. Pretty incredible how these automotive icons just vanished, right? If you enjoyed these mysterious tales, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of entertainment.